for it, man. What's going on Q's corner? What's going on your way?
Uh, I've been procrastinating, so that's what's going on in Q's corner.
Hey, you're allowed to do that. This is
Lie, I gotta be
America.
honest.
Hey,
I
this
like
is
the
America.
honesty.
Yeah, it's America. You can procrastinate as long as you want to. You know what I mean? Till you get sick of it, right?
I guess so, but that ain't good for me.
No, no problem, no problem. Then also, I got my guy D in the building, brother from another mother, literally, figuratively, all those things. How you doing, brother?
I'm living life and loving it, man. You doing all right?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Ready to get this joint started, man. Because I know y'all ain't got much time. I know y'all, a lot of y'all got to work tomorrow. I don't, but
Um,
that's for me to brag about, not y'all. We got to get into it, get it right to it, man. We're gonna start right off with this Noah Wells joint, right? Rest in peace, Noah Wells, first and foremost. I think everybody kind of knows what's going on as far as what happened, as far as him being out on the boat with his boys, um, and him not coming back on the boat with his boys. I don't know if you know the details, but they said the boys came back and told his mom that basically he didn't come back, but here's his cell phone. And so also everybody's lawyered up. You know what I mean? Everybody's deleted their social media accounts. You know what I mean? They did what their lawyer told them to do. You know, basically is what it sounds like. And black people are kind of up in the world, and not really just not black people anymore. I'm starting to see Asian people, white people. I don't know why, but I'm starting to see a lot of other people out of nowhere come and support and say, hey, maybe you have to start listening to black people sometimes. And you know, I mean, just listen without any opinion, because they're all not moving on the course. Sometimes you got to listen to people that got this experience, that have experienced these things, and sometimes it
Mm-hmm.
may sound crazy. You know what I mean? But listening is the first step, and I don't think a lot of times they listen, and that ticks us off. But there was also a previous engagement everybody's been talking about where I forgot what year it was, but there was a white lady that went out and hung out with some of her, about a black lady that went out and hung out with a bunch of her white friends, got drunk, ended up falling off a balcony or something like that. And same way, everybody lawyers up. Everybody, you know, what I mean, everybody claims they're not as cool as friends, and it seems like the same story, same case with each lawyer. And so I just wanted to get everybody's opinions on it, as well as I got some videos I want to, react to as well on it. What I just said, is anybody got just any opening statements about this Noah Wells that they want to get off their chest off first? No, no.
I'll go ahead and say a little bit of something, but I do want to see all the videos that you have prepared for
Okay.
this. But I do want to say that it's just a shame that this keeps happening. It
Yes.
just keeps happening, and so um, we all need to take accountability to this. But I think sometimes we just really get ourselves into a situation where we trust, and maybe it's not so good to trust like that. Maybe we need to be countering things. And so my heart goes out to the family because I cannot imagine being in their situation. And so it, it I just I feel some type of way, but I want to be positive about it, and I want to think positive when it comes to it. How can we
And you got
change
that
that?
right. I think you got that right to feel a kind of way. Anybody else got to say anything before I share a video on what's going on? Oh, by the way, we got Weezy in the building, Irv in the building. What up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Hello,
Not much,
hello.
man. How you doing? How you doing?
Doing good, man. We starting off with Noah Wells off top. Yeah, everybody know the details about what's going on with this young man and what happened?
Yeah,
yeah.
I know about it.
Any opening statements before I play some videos that I want y'all to react to on what these people are saying, or do you just want to get right to the videos?
I'll say something real quick. Just
Sure.
one thing is, if we're going to be positive about it, I'll just say a positive way just to thinking about it is one. Listen, you got to know your crowd. Not saying saying a lot of people are jokesters and put people in certain situations, not taking it seriously.
Hmm.
And two is I disagree with. I don't agree with anybody getting on any type of body of water if you don't know how to swim. That's just ridiculous. If they invite you, you say no, I can't because I can't swim. Oh, I got you. Ah, I'm sorry, I can't because I can't swim. Because you don't know what the boat could have just flipped over. I don't
Right.
know anything, and some people don't got the strength to save you by themselves. So like if you can't swim just because you got a life jacket on, that don't mean you should get on that boat. That's
Do
for
we know
everybody,
that he couldn't
cruises and
swim?
all. Yes, because he's oh
He was screaming in
yeah
the
he's saying
video,
that
I can't swim.
yeah
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen the video, they're literally making fun of him. They're like, "Yeah, you mean you're a grown ass man that can't swim?" Blah 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 blah. He's like, "Yeah, I mean, they kind of making fun of him." But let me play this video quick. We're gonna get into the video and then we'll get your their thoughts.
If you don't care about what happened to Nolan Xavier Wells because he doesn't look like you, would you feel differently about his friends minimizing his life if the victim looked like this, more like you? What if I told you that this is Nolan Wells's grandmother, which makes Nolan's mother half Asian and Nolan himself a quarter or an Asian person himself? And if you think that couldn't happen to me, that happened to Nolan because he's partially Black, then I'm going to remind you of Nancy Ying, the 29-year-old special needs teacher from Alhambra, California, who went missing while she was on a yoga retreat on Lake Adelan, Guatemala, 3 years ago, who, just like Nolan Wells, put his trust into his white friends, thinking that they're just going out for a good time on the water. Nancy Ying also put her trust in her white friend, Christina Blazik, while going out on the water, thinking that they're about to have some fun. But just like Nolan Wells' white friends, who all claim that they don't know what happened to Nolan and just thought that he was on another boat, but then as soon as they got back, deleted all of their social media accounts, including Warren Hudson here, who up until 9:30 last night still had his profile up, but now is gone. And allegedly, at least 2 of them immediately lawyered up upon getting home. Christina Blazik, who had told officials in Guatemala that she did not see what happened to Nancy, whether she jumped in or fell into the water, as soon as she returned to the United States, deleted her socials, lawyered up, and through her lawyer tried to claim that they were barely even friends. Which is weird because I didn't realize that people who barely knew each other put their arms around.
And see, that seems to be the play right there. That's what I wanted to play that video, because that right there seems to be the play that the lawyers are pretty much telling. We even saw Jay-Z and Diddy. The nigga said, "I don't know that nigga like that." It's like, what you mean you don't know Diddy? Man, we've seen y'all at all kind of parties, and I don't know that nigga like that. You know what I mean? I don't know him no more. So, Tony, go ahead.
Tony Rock just did a whole stand-up on it. Said literally, and you may know him, but I don't know him like that. Simple as that.
Simple as that, man. And there's here's the video right here, Kirsten, where basically there's another family, because he couldn't cross, so another family basically was out and they saw him, and so they wanted to help basically. I'm gonna play that for you real quick, because you can basically hear him telling what's going on.
He's a grown-ass man. He's not a fucking swim. Look, I'm gonna die. Oh my God. You gotta learn how to swim. You can swim down, wherever you fucking retard.
Oh, wow.
Bro, how am I gonna get you back home? You don't think Mama Marquise is gonna be worried? Yeah, your mom's name. Your mom is always worried about you.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's why. Look at that. We know, we can tell by looking at you. Bro, we get you can't swim. Like, bro, just go get a kayak. I have a fucking life jacket on, Marquise.
I'll just wait.
Bro, you have a life jacket.
Bro, I'm black. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna save me.
Oh, yes, it does.
Bro, I'll just find a way. Hey. Yeah, they think I'm about to.
Oh.
Bro, you have a life jacket.
I'm gonna die.
Hold on.
You have to go.
You did that to get over there. We taught him how to swim.
Oh, so I can just like hold on to the back.
And here if you want.
Yeah, I might drown.
You won't drown.
You won't drown. You're not gonna drown. I promise you won't drown.
There you go.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Hey.
What's your name?
Oh, my name is Marcus. Everybody calls me Lamar because I go to like Danella.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was okay getting over here. They think I'm about to swim back. I can't even swim.
Good job right now.
And it's my first time here.
It's your
First time? Well, welcome.
Yeah.
How'd you get over?
They made me take that way over there, and they had 2 life jackets on. I'm never coming back with y'all.
Never coming back with
told you
y'all.
if you're coming, we had a life jacket.
So yeah, I mean that's it in a nutshell right there. Antagonizing the dude. He said, "Nigga, they're talking about his mom, his dad. Yeah, you look like your daddy locked up." So these niggas don't even sound like friends, nigga. To keep it 1,000, this nigga doesn't like somebody I'd be on a boat with. To me.
Listen, hold on. Listen, somebody, if you ever been around a lot of white people, Those are the jokes they make, man. They get. It's always racial jokes around there all the time. Yeah, if you don't know how to play a part and laugh at yourself sometimes, then yeah, it seems that way. But it's not. They're not saying that to be malicious. I promise you that.
We, you know what? You know why you're 100% right? Because we do it to them.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
do this. You know what? You know what kills me, man? We sit here and listen to this, and we'll sit here and go, "Hey, man, everything he said, everything I heard that boy yelling out, the only thing that made me say, all right, dog, you crossed the line there." Which, as a black dude, we've all done this with our white buddies. Hey, don't cross that line, though. When he did the monkey noise, with the jail, the prison, the mama, this can't swim, man, that's some shit we do to them too. Man, we got white buddies. We sit there and call him white boy, clown him and punk him and say, man, he just got punked. He was the soft one in the crew. Keep it real.
Whoa, white boy
Can I come back?
and making monkey noises are equal?
I could have gave a lot more examples, but we know, everybody know white boys that's in the crew, and y'all treat them as, nigga, you not in the crew like that because you're a white boy. Ain't no different. He the only black dude in the crew. Shit.
So can I see? I want to say this. So everything that has been said on the platform is correct, but it's a dysfunction. So let's be honest about what it actually is. It's a dysfunction. It's trauma. It's hate. It's hurt. It's all of these things. And none of us can sit on a platform and say that it isn't. It is a dysfunction. So just because one person does it or one race does it and the other race does it back does not mean that it's not a dysfunction.
I agree.
I don't think anybody will argue. Can I say one?
I'll just leave it there.
I won't. Just let me share this real quick. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. The only issue I think I have with that is it's never okay when they do it, but it's always okay when we do it. I can sit here and listen to every top comedian from Chris Rock all the way down to the local comedian. And the number one thing they make a punchline, stand-up jokes, nonstop, whether you think it's dysfunction, whether it's hurt, whether it's hate, is on white race. But when it's replicated towards us, we're supposed, we look at it like, oh, you've crossed the line. No, they didn't cross the line. Look how that stand-up went, that roast with Kevin Hart.
Correct.
How angry black folks are pertaining to that. But people are always the butt of every joke. I wasn't done, but go ahead.
After
I
he
wasn't
gets
done, but go ahead.
I want him to get done, and then I want to respond, please.
No, go ahead. No, I'm fine. Go ahead.
Okay. So what I want to say is that you are absolutely correct, but it does not take the dysfunction from it. We have made dysfunction so acceptable, and it's really not right on either side of it. But you are very correct about how we do. When it's one way, oh, it's one way. And then when it's another way, oh, we're going to give that a little lenience. We all do it, but it still doesn't take from the dysfunction. And what we have to do is build on the love, build on all these other things and take away from the dysfunction of it. We've all accepted it. I've done it. I love comedians. But have I laughed at some of the things that I should not have laughed at? Yes, I have. Dysfunction. So we laugh at dysfunction, and it's really not. And I get that you have comedians that make their life doing comedy jokes. I get that. But we got to be honest about the reality of the hurt and the offense that comes with all of what we do. That's my ending point. I'm sorry.
This is the thing, though. This isn't really a race thing, though. This isn't I don't believe this is a real race thing. It just seems like that because it was one black dude who, like I said, probably live in the suburbs, getting his family away from a bunch out of the ghetto. Obviously, you just saw his mom is half Asian and all this other stuff.
Not just one.
So,
hold on, Earl. Let's stop you. Not just one. We've seen this repeatedly. Where
hold on. I'm
okay.
talking about just this situation only. I'm talking about this situation alone. This social situation is not a race thing. What this is kids being irresponsible. And what this is what this is. That's all it is. Kids being irresponsible, putting people in situations not understanding the difficulty of what could actually really happen. That's what it is. This isn't really. We're making a bigger. Because listen, I bet you any money he go back to school and still be friends with them. I bet you, but I bet you he won't come back to a trip out him. He didn't say he didn't say we're not friends. He just said I'm not coming back here with y'all. He didn't sound mad. He didn't sound sad. He actually was just like, man, they joking around. I don't know why they playing with me like this. It don't sound any malicious. He felt any malicious towards them or any anger towards them. All he said is, I'm not coming back here with y'all because I don't know how to swim.
Luckily for him, he lived. Somebody came by and saved him because they weren't. It doesn't sound like they were going to help him. And he said, I'm going to drown. He was stuck and they were not fucking with him, bro, for whatever reason. And again, we saw the Xavier kid now, because again, that's a whole nother kid in the video we just saw. The Xavier kid didn't make it. So, and this is just assuming that these things went similar. Maybe Xavier can't swim. I don't know. But it seems like when black people are going out on the water or going out in the woods or doing whatever it is white people like to do, they're not coming back all the time. And like I said, it's like a scary movie. It's like a scary movie where the black guy got to die first. That's what it reminds me of.
But it still goes back to what he said.
I don't know how to swim, and I'm white.
Right, but it still goes back to what my man said. They just irresponsible, not thinking, dumb kids. It's as simple as that. We're not talking like they're 30s. These are dumb kids, man. If I sit there and watch this video, and it literally reminded me when I lived in Maryland, Washington D.C. We used to climb on top of roofs. I had one white buddy, Hispanic, black, but there was one white kid, Kenneth Whitlow. The slowest, chubbiest kid, man, we would put him in so many different situations. It wasn't that he wasn't our friend. We were just young and dumb and stupid. We didn't think of the consequences we put him in. As we get older, we look back on it. But man, those are young, dumb kids. We always make something race related. Everything is not race related.
Why do you think everybody lawyers up and like you said, at least the social media? You just think that's just what they're supposed to do? You don't find anything interesting about that?
I'll tell you exactly why. Because that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Yeah. If you knock on my door and you're a police officer and it sounds if there's any inclination I get that you're accusing me of something, I'm a suspect in something, I'm going to lawyer up. You know who don't? Young black kids on first 48. Everybody else, lawyers up. It is not suspicious. It's the right thing to do.
Can I step in here really quick?
Sure.
Okay, so I heard the kids making dumb decisions. I heard that. So how many times has dumb equaled danger, equal life gone, equal these other things, lockup, all these things? And so this can be a lesson more than anything for us as we live life. Life is a lesson, and we have to take the lesson from other people's experiences. So let us all grasp to what has happened and make do to what we can make do too. And that's just what I believe. But I believe everybody on the panel has a voice in what it says, and everything is true to what everyone is saying on platform. But let's do a little bit more digging. Let's do a little bit more of saving ourselves. And I'll end it there.
And learning how to swim.
I'm gonna be honest there. I don't see no lesson here. Because for me, I don't. Because I know better not to go on a boat with people if I know not to swim.
You might know that, but someone else may not know that. And that's where the lesson comes in. So you may know that, but someone else may not know that. Well, so a lesson is just not for the one that's intelligent, but it's for the one that may not know.
Well, this is what I'm saying about the lesson. The lesson shouldn't be for people who's over 25 or 30. If you're going around the world not understanding the situations you putting yourself in, or not understanding who you're hanging around with, that's probably, you might want to blame your parents on that.
Well, you don't want to say that. You don't want to say that because how many old fools have you seen?
Listen, I understand.
I'll leave it.
And my whole point about that is, in this world that we live in, everyone can be saved. That's why there was a term called survival of the fittest.
You're correct.
So,
You're correct.
I mean, a lot of people got to understand, and that's why I said parents is a key part of that. I don't see why a boy, because he obviously asked his mom, hey, I'm about to go hang out with, I'm about to make up some names. I'm about to go hang out with Daniel, Jasper, and Jacob. we're about to go on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, but you know your son can't swim. You about to still let him go? What the? And then if you're saying, well, I still trust these people though, still, so I have my son on there. Okay, that's fine that you trust him, but the fact that you still put your son in that type of danger because he don't know how to
Mm-hmm.
swim is a problem. That is a problem.
Mm-hmm. And how many parents know what actually their kids are doing? I remember when I was younger and I would ask my parents, could I go to somebody's house? And I wouldn't tell my parents all of what I'm about to do. Why? Because I knew that if I told them that I could never go. So what happens is, and this is just some cases too. This is not all cases. This is some cases. But what happens is we tell our parents what's good for them to hear. It's the same thing as a relationship. You tell that partner or that person that you're trying to get with what's good for them to hear. And then they have to find out later that you lied. So listen, I get what you're saying, but it doesn't work for every circumstance.
Anybody got a response to that? Kirsten, you've been quiet over there, baby. What up? Plus, we got Big Key in the building. What up, boy? Oh, that nigga on mute. He don't even know he on mute. He over there laughing and playing. Don't even worry about it, boy. Kirsten, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I had to walk away to help with my younger son. So,
Are you good? Did you have something to say on this?
not at the moment.
Well,
All right.
I'll share this.
I mean, I feel a little called out because, like I said, I don't know how to swim. I've been on a boat a million times, and I'm gonna be 42 soon. So I feel, is it a lesson for me? I feel like a little called out because you guys are saying young kids, and I'm like, oh, this is me, and I will get on a boat tomorrow, and still, but I'm almost how tall? I'm pretty tall, so I feel like I could just stand up and be fine. So,
well, I'll say this. The only issue I have is if it was 5 black kids, you'd never hear about this. If it was 5 black kids, you would never hear about this. If it was 5 white kids, you would never hear about this. This is always turns into some unnecessary race issue that's where the animosity comes from, because you start to see your child in a situation that is really not there. We make these thoughts up in our head. It's just not realistic. These are just 5 boys, or however many boys it was. That's it. Nothing more.
I wouldn't take it that far by saying some of these things we make up. Like, we can definitely see the awareness of it, but this situation in particular is definitely different from the behavior of the reaction of the black kid that I'm taking from. But we're not going to just say that these situations, you should definitely be cautious of these situations.
right.
And you should know who you hanging out with. That's the main thing.
Black or
anybody
white.
should know.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, 100%.
exactly. That's my point.
Yeah,
That's my point.
100%. Black or white, yes.
Yeah.
Well, it happened to my son. He's biracial. We live in Carmel, and he experienced it. So I saw it firsthand. So I can say it definitely does happen, and it is a race issue. In his
Story time.
situation,
Story
I don't
time.
know. It's too emotional. I don't know if I feels from it yet.
Story time. Well, give us a briefing on what happened.
Well,
You still live in Carmel
started-
first before you respond? You still live in
Yes.
Carmel?
yes.
And it's a
yes,
race issue, but you still live there.
Yes.
Okay, continue. Just curious.
Well, he's in college now. But and this is all he's known as, anyway. So basically it started with the N-word, and then it moved to a chat group or whatever, and the chat group name was shoot him, he's black. And then that turned into a threat. And so then I know the coaches in Carmel, and I told them, what do you think the coaches would think? So they were on their way to our house, and my son was home alone, and they rode their bikes up here. So they ended up, I can't even talk about it. I need a break first. It was just too much. It was
Okay.
a
I
lot.
don't want. I don't want
Yeah,
you. I
because
don't want
it's
you.
giving me some anxiety.
Okay, I said I don't want you to
Yeah.
go crazy. No, don't worry about it then.
If I can
Yeah.
make a quick point to that, and I don't mean this in any disrespectful manner by any way,
Mhm.
shape, or form, because I don't know of anybody's financial situations, what your options are, things to that extent. But I have my better half and I. We have 5 together. I have 3. She has 2, and we raised our children in Carmel as well. My kids went to Forestdale. They went to Carmel Middle School. When it was time to go to Carmel High School, it was time to leave. Not because of any particular race issue, but I just knew
Right.
that I was tired of going to the school and not having to wear a badge because I was the only black father coming into the school. So they all knew who I was anyway. You see what I'm saying? But I knew once my
Yes.
daughters got to the age when it was starting to date, they started not have seen the racism or the things that the prejudices, I would say. And it was just time to go. So we moved to Fishers. So my thing is if people are experiencing these things, I don't know how they stay in those environments. I mean,
Right. And I gave
Carmel's
him the
96,
option.
98% white. I mean, and
Right.
you know you're going to encounter that if you're biracial or a kid of color. You
Right.
know that. You know
I
what I mean?
agree.
So,
Well,
and I don't mean that
I
in no
encouraged
disrespectful manner.
no, I didn't take it
Mhm.
that way. I encouraged him to play football just because he had so much anger built up inside, and I was like, you got to take that out in a positive manner. And that's when he met more. I mean, there was more diversity on the football team, and so he went from having all his friends were white to all his friends being black.
Mm-hmm.
And not that matters. Like, he has good white friends. And I mean, he just needed that, though, at the same time.
He needs to be around people that look like him.
I don't mean to interrupt
Exactly.
anybody, but I got to interrupt, man. I'm just, even everything that I'm hearing, man, to me, it sounds like white boys go too far with this shit, bro. I don't know any black people that got racist white text groups. I don't know that shit. We might joke and play around, but call somebody a white boy and making monkey noises, I don't see nowhere. I don't even see a comparison, fam. I don't.
No,
Well, the thing is, if my son did that and rode his bike with his hood up to these kids' house, he would have been arrested.
Oh,
And
premeditated.
also,
Or shot and
and
killed.
also
Yeah,
killed.
exactly.
And also, if there was a consistent thing of multiple black guys and the token white boy hanging out with the black girl, the token white girl hanging out with the black girl, if there was something that kept happening to that token white girl, I think it would be different, bro. I just think everything's different when you reverse it. That's how I feel. It wouldn't be looking as just conspiracy if white people, the white person in the group kept disappearing when they go do black shit.
I definitely have firsthand experience with all this. You know, I grew up in Lafayette, Indiana as a kid back in the early 2000s. So I definitely experienced my fair share of I guess you could say uncomfortable situations. But like I said, you just got to be, I mean, so it's all about awareness, man. You just have to understand a lot of things that's happening around you. I even understand what was happening as a kid, that I saw some of the things, you know, I just didn't put myself in certain situations, you know, because that's all. Even awareness is, and plus, you know, my dad, I didn't get a chance to do a lot of things, you know. They was wary about a lot of things where we were. So it was a lot of things I didn't get a chance to do. Not when the chance that I wanted to do, I still did a lot of things,
right.
but things that I wanted to do, my dad and my mom was very wary of those things, so they told me no a lot. So
1 second, real quick, Irv. I want to give y'all a different aspect. There's another video I want y'all to see, and it gives a different.
Can I just say something though?
Go ahead.
People need to be held accountable, and that's the thing is, they kept on saying, you know, for my son to say something and, you know, advocate for himself. And then every time that he did, it somehow turned around to be his fault every single time. So I just feel like if they know they can get away with it and there's no consequences, then I feel like it just keeps on happening.
And like Derek said, when the money, Sure. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No,
I was
you
just
go ahead first, and then
gonna
I'll
say that
go
basically,
ahead.
like Dee said earlier, the niggas on Force 48 is the ones that ain't got the lawyer money. They the ones that understand. But the white people know the game. They know what to do. And like you said, one like that, you're gonna beat it, whether they wrong or right. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I wanted to say. Go ahead, Q.
So who is the young lady that is talking about the situation with her son? What is her name?
This is Miss Kirsten.
Kirsten. Glad to meet you. But I want to say to you, you are correct about when it comes to the accountability. What you'll find in society in this world is that most people aren't accountable because it causes responsibility. And most people do not self-reflect because it causes responsibility. But I want to give this to you. Sometimes your circumstance, and the reason why I want to say this to you is because it was a comment made. And it wasn't, I don't think it was any in a harsh way, but the comment that was made about you living in that situation and not being able to move out. So I want to say this to you, because I know there's many times that people have lived in situations, but were not able to elevate in the situation. I want to tell you this, sometimes circumstances do not benefit your elevation. Sometimes you have to sit in the heat of it, but the heat of it will teach you something else. And so that is my encouragement to you. And I give that to you with my love, that sometimes we can't move when it's time. Well, when we feel like we need to move, sometimes it just doesn't look that way for us. And so you were not able to move out of the situation at the time, but I don't want anyone to feel like sometimes when you're in situations that you should be able to just move out of it. It doesn't just happen that way. This is reality of life. And reality sometimes is a harsh reality. And that harsh reality is you staying in that place, but you surviving it. And for you talking about it today means you survived it. And so that is my encouragement to you.
Glory be to God.
Can I say something to that real quick? Just real quick.
Thank you.
Respectfully, and I love your words towards that, but respectfully, she said she quote unquote, he wanted to stay. She said he wanted to stay. When I made that point, when I made that comment, she specifically said he, meaning the son at that point, the child, wanted to stay. The second thing is I can see it, and I'm just throwing out a horrible example, probably. It's Carmel. I'm not saying she should have left. I'm not saying, I don't know her from anything. This is nice to meet you, by the way. I don't know her.
Nice to meet you.
Absolutely. I don't know her at all. But what I can say is that zip code of 46033 or 032, if you can live in either one of those two zip codes, you do have financial options. It's not like we're saying on 10th and Rural, where you can't move to Carmel. If you lived in Carmel, you do have financial options because you already reside there. But I want to double back and make sure I'm clear on this. She specifically said he chose to stay, not she. Just to be clear.
Right. Oh, no, I definitely did. And I was really encouraging it.
There you go.
And
But
still there's a lesson. And still there's a lesson. Still there's a struggle. Still there's other things that happen in between that. And when you get done with it, what do you pull from it?
Right.
And I'll leave it there. But we're all saying the same thing. We're just saying it different. So
who don't follow me or Wheezy? Y'all want to comment on this? Quiet over there in the corners of the party.
Oh, I don't really have too much experience. I just know that I had a friend that lived in the Carmel area, and her children experienced, racism in school. And my mother lives in Fishers, and she once wanted me to move close to her. And I'm like, I love it out here. I really don't even want to go home sometimes when I come here, but I have to think about the schools and what my kids may experience. And I just can't handle that because I'm not, as any other parent, I don't play about my kids and I will go to jail. So I'm good.
Yeah. But if there's more people moved here, then maybe it'd get better.
But Carmel is not I visited Carmel, Noblesville, and Fishers. And out of all 3 areas, just those 3 areas, the place that I love the most and have felt the most comfortable and safe is Fishers. I just
Yeah.
Carmel is just I just don't even want to go there if I don't have to. But
Yes. Yeah.
you feel like if more people moved into the area, it may be a little better. I don't know.
Also, though,
I
too,
love working in Carmel, but I would
I,
never live there. I love working in Fishers, but I would never live there. But I would live in Brownsburg.
I want to add this on too about what people also need to understand is this is also a cultural thing. Meaning, what I want to add in is you're not just going to face the racism not just against white people though. That's not the only racism you're going to face. I tell
Correct.
people all this all the time. They ask me because I used to live in Phoenix. I tell people all the time, if you want to live in Phoenix, yeah, you could do it when you're young 20s. You ain't got no kids. Never send your kids out there to Phoenix because you're gonna get bullied. They're gonna get bullied all the time, and it's not gonna be by white people. It's gonna be by the Hispanics. They run that state down there. It's most of them down there. I know because my nephews live down there. They gonna get bullied. It's all about who's running what system. Where there isn't accountability need to be had. So you got to understand where you're moving to understand a lot of situations. If there's not a lot of good cultural diversity in that area, you're going to be at a disadvantage of a lot of situations. So you need to be aware of make sure you're not putting yourself in those situations where you're dealing with those problems.
Are we kind of starting to see that it's just a way of life in a way? I mean,
It is a way of life.
The reason why I say that is well, watch this. We said Phoenix, Hispanics. We said Carmel, white. Guess what happens if you move to 46th and Post? Who's going to bully your kid there? I'll wait for somebody to take ownership. Hello, us. It's going to be us. Your kid going to run home from school one day. Somebody took his coat because he went to Warren, whatever. Yeah, it's just a matter of your area. That's all it is. It's nothing more, nothing less. And everybody has different living situations and examples of life based off of where you live. There's people, I'm telling you right now, first of all, how can we say we wouldn't move to Carmel other than I just didn't see enough people that look like my children. When my daughter started to try to wonder how she can't get her hair straight, I knew it was time to leave. Girl, your hair is naturally curly. I can't have you thinking you need a Brazilian perm or whatever it was called at the time. But I can tell you this, I would go to the grocery store or go to some of their basketball and soccer games and forget to lock my door and didn't turn around to go back and lock it. I can tell you I didn't have to worry about that. I would leave my keys in the car sometime and I never had to get my car broken in. So we can say certain things, and don't get me wrong. Is it uneasy? No. But I can tell you, I would live in Carmel before I live in a lot of other places in this state. I can tell you that.
I wouldn't for police reasons. And if anybody has been in Carmel, police reasons.
Like Lawrence reasons?
No, listen.
Yeah, like Lawrence reasons?
Listen, I know a lot of reasons everywhere. But Carmel for me, Lawrence, right? Carmel for me is police. For you. So yeah.
And I can't argue that. That's subjective. Based off of and watch this. I can give you an example. I dealt with that as well. I dealt with countless things. But I tell you what I didn't experience is any type of thing that made my feel. Well, put it this way. When I take my kids out of Carmel schools and I put them in the Fisher schools, all my children graduated from Hamilton Southeastern except for one graduated from Cathedral. I could tell you it was a step back from Carmel. I could tell you that. I can tell you that 98.9% of all kids that graduate from Carmel High School go into a Division I college. I can tell you that. So if we're looking, I wanted to put my kids in situations where they would flourish. And watch
I was just about to say that.
Well, let me make this last point. And they were amongst other kids that wanted to flourish. Now, we can sit here and talk about what it's like to live in Carmel, but sometimes it's not about you. What it is about your child. Is it the best situation for your child? If you think that it's not, then kick your kid out of there and move them to another school district, whether it's Washington Township or wherever. But I can tell you this.
I was just about to say, what do you want as a parent for your child?
That's right. That's right.
And do we really think that what we want as a parent is good for them? And I'll leave it there.
Yes, I'm their parent.
Sometimes as a parent, what you want as a parent is not good for the child. And I'll leave it there.
That is subjective. Whether you let me comment on that. That is completely subjective.
Sure.
But you are accurate.
You can call it what you want to.
Oh no, doubt. That's what I just did.
Yeah.
But let me make my point real quick. The thing is that my children, I make your choices. You are not as wise as me to make those choices. That's why I'm the parent. So regardless of what they think, I'm showing you what I think. Now, do I make bad decisions all the time? Not all the time, but sometimes absolutely. I think I left my kids in Carmel too long. But I will say this, I thought it was the best choice for them as the parent.
But again, like you said, as a parent, you thought that was the best choice for you. And somehow...
No, for them. I said for them.
For them. So
yes.
For them. So somehow it worked out for you.
Exactly.
Correct? Okay.
And for them.
Okay, and for them. So let me tell you something else.
Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes even when you're trying to let me just be honest. Some of us as parents don't want to do wrong by our children. We want the best for them. But sometimes in choosing the best for them, we choose the wrong for them.
Oh, I agree with that.
Now, listen, let's just be honest about reality of being a parent, because every time we don't make right decisions because of our own issues and trauma and everything we drag along. So let's just be honest about that. I'm not saying that happened to you. I'm saying it happens to somebody. So for the somebody, I will speak up for. Because we all want, I'm not even saying we all want, because some of us don't want what's best for our children. We don't give a darn what they do. But for some of us, we want the best for our children. And we really try to put them in the best care that we ever could. And sometimes it just doesn't work the way we presented it. And then you have to start over again. And it can be tiresome, and you still have to keep going, and you still have to keep doing what you do. That's the parent I'm talking to. That's the one I'm talking to that actually is trying to do the best that they can, even with the little finances that they have. See, it don't even matter where you stay, because even in the hood, you can come out off top.
Oh, wait a second. Let's slow down a little bit there.
Yeah, no, yes, you can.
Let's slow that. Numbers don't lie. People do. We can't mix emotions with facts.
Hold on, wait a minute. Numbers do not lie, but you cannot say that children that didn't come or children that came out of the hood, you can do numbers all day. But did anybody make it through?
Oh, now we moving the goalposts a little bit. But when we start looking at graduation rates, we can't. Numbers don't lie. No, numbers don't lie. If you pull up text graduation, wait a second. If you pull up text graduation rates, numbers do not lie. If you pull up, I'm just saying. Let's. I'm not saying there's not a diamond in the rough. There are definitely doctors. There's definitely doctors and lawyers and dentists.
Diamonds matter, though.
Wait a second.
Those diamonds. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Okay.
Those diamonds matter, though. Those diamonds matter because they represent where somebody else can come through and get through the situation. Listen, those little diamonds that we're going to say the society reign as in when it comes to what you say, see, I done lost my train of thought because I was on point and then I lost it. But what I'm saying to you is, when it comes to, I get what you're saying. Numbers don't lie, and they don't. What I'm saying is there have been diamonds that come through the hood. Let's represent those. And let's teach. You said not enough?
Yes, ma'am. I said not enough.
One is enough.
Well, again, you tell me the last time you heard somebody say, I can't wait to build my house on 10th and Post or 21st
No. That's not what I mean.
Just let me respond.
Maybe I'm not saying it right.
No, you're saying it perfectly fine. What I'm saying to you is this. I understand that there is always a diamond in the rough. You said those diamonds do matter. I agree with you 100%. But what I'm saying is I'm not taking the chance of my child possibly, again, third time, possibly being that very small diamond in the rough by going to that particular school and living in that environment. When I know the chances of, if I move them further this way, this way, then there's a stronger chance where you're not just going to be a pebble. You are definitely going to be a diamond out here. You got a stronger chance because the student to your left wants it just as much as the student to your right wants it. And we can't act like that's not a reality. You tell me the last part. I ask anybody on this panel, when is the last time you heard somebody say, I can't wait to move out on Arlington? I'll wait.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is wherever you are, wherever you are, you can be that diamond. That's what I'm saying. I will never discourage a child. I will never sit on this platform and discourage a child from being the king or the queen that they were supposed to be by saying some things. No, you can make it, you can do it, and you can be that diamond, and you can teach others to be. That's what I will say. But I get what you're saying. But I will say, I will always teach encouragement. I will never discourage anyone from being who they are supposed to be, called to be really, but just don't have enough oomph in them. They may not have the parents to give them and speak into them and breathe into them and give them life. So I will say that diamond is going to matter. And I'll end it there.
Those are called the unfortunate. And I feel bad for those kids because not everybody has the opportunities that other kids do. I really do feel sorry for those kids. I lived in one of the hardest areas in Washington, D.C. The hardest areas. My parents split. I lived in one of the hardest areas. So, but then I moved back to Indiana and I see the difference. I see how easier it is when you work along somebody that wants to excel just as much as you do.
But I'm not saying with you, though. I'm agreeing with you.
I'm not saying you're not. But what I'm saying is we can't keep living this falsehood. I think that's the problem we have as a community. Again, my opinion. As a community is this mindset that you can still make it. You can still do this. You can still achieve. Ma'am, I swear to you, I understand if you got 500 kids, maybe 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 can make it. But if you live in a different environment, those same 500 kids, that number now goes to 200, 300, maybe 400 will. When I watch these kids graduate and the friends of my children, and I listen to some of the things they aspire to be, and I can see what they're around, I can see what they've been accustomed to, what they've been able to see throughout their life, the chances of them making it is a lot more stronger than the kids that live in those environments. And then unfortunately, what's the old saying? You are a product of your environment. It's hard. It's 10 times harder. So what I'm saying is I'm not knocking you. I understand exactly what you're saying. And to be honest with you, I agree with a lot of what you're saying. But what we can't do, we can't give a lot of these kids this false hope. I want to be very clear what I mean by that. Some kids you can push, you can motivate. But I'm telling you, and I'm going to ask you this in a respectful way. When is the last time you walked around or been on the corner of 46th and Post Road? If you are just yesterday. Now you're telling me the kids that you see going in and out that gas station, the kids that you see walking up and down that sidewalk, they have the same chances of making it as the kids that cross Meridian on the north side?
Hold on. I agree with what you're saying, but sweetheart, what I'm telling you is that they don't have encouragement. And that's why I want, hold on.
Okay.
And that's why I will not give up on any of them because they don't have encouragement. They don't have it. I'm saying we can.
Who don't follow me 317? Who is that?
Me.
Oh, okay.
Me, sir.
Oh, well, talk. I'd rather you do that than type. I keep reading
I'm
type.
just because I don't want to interrupt because I'm living what you all are speaking of. And I have two of my children are very academically inclined. They don't have to have.
What school, if you don't mind me asking?
They were attending Andrew J. Brown. Sorry, I'm tipsy. Y'all know I'll be tipsy when I come on the show. And before that, Avondale. So Avondale Meadows is a charter school. It's actually a great school when it comes to academics, highly esteemed Black educators, and
bleeds into what high school?
are so good in school that their teachers bring them outside into other programs and say, hey, can I put them in this? Can I put them in that? Oh, they push themselves so hard or they get done with their work so quick. They have to give them other work that is more challenging outside of their grade level just to keep them engaged.
What high school
So
does that bleed into? What high school does that bleed into?
So we kind of have our choice of high schools. I really don't like putting it out there like that. But my daughter, next year, her freshman year, she will be going to Purdue Polytechnic. It used to be Broad Ripple, which is a really good high school. She'll be able to have dual credits. And in, what are those AP classes?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I just don't feel like that's what you're saying is true for the whole, the people as a whole or the children as a whole.
No, nothing's ever all. Nothing's ever all.
Let me jump in real quick because all I hear is private and charter schools. We're not talking about IPS schools. That's what he's talking about. Those kids in IPS schools don't have the opportunities that other kids have, like at North Central or anything else like that. They don't have no career center they can go to. They don't have no career center to learn the skills.
But they do.
Schools,
so
wait, hold on. Some of the IPS schools don't even have libraries or barely any books in there. So when we're talking about the opportunity, a lot of kids in these environments don't have the opportunities to do certain things as the other kids, and we can't see here and act like they do, and that's what misses these.
But I've seen it.
Can't be great.
Next Generation High School, they take the kids to the career centers or to Ivy Tech to do these college courses or to actually train them hands-on to work in the field that they want to be in. Doesn't the career center do the same thing?
That's one school. I'm not talking about just one school. I am talking about IPS schools who we know that don't have libraries and don't have these opportunities. Those kids are left behind.
Okay.
That's who we are talking about.
But I'm just, but what I was saying, but he was talking about 46 and Pose and this and this and that all as a whole. And I'm saying as a whole, that is not true for all of the children that live in that environment.
That is true, but most of them still don't have the opportunity because they don't have parents or role models in their lives to take them to those opportunities.
Did I not
That's why
say
them
that?
kids are that's why that's what I'm saying he is talking about. He's talking about there is still a bunch of kids out there who don't have people around them to give them the opportunity to move them to certain places. And that's just true. That's why Indianapolis is still in the state it is. That's why they have the teen takeovers and people always ask where their parents are, because these kids are not given the opportunity that they need.
I have a question. Why are the kids not given because we listen, this is really a good conversation to have, and maybe it can help somebody. So my thing is this. If they don't have the opportunities, because I know about IPS as well. So if they don't have the opportunities as anyone else, and I'm not saying that they do, where does it come from? So see, I don't like talking about things and not being, not having a resolution. So if we're going to talk about a conversation and we're going to have that conversation, let's make a resolution, because that's what the wise do. So if they don't have those opportunities, how can we make sure that they get them? And another thing that I do want to say is, what breathes inside of a child?
Can you ask that last question again? I couldn't hear you.
What breathes inside of a child? What gives a child oxygen? Anybody can answer that.
A cell phone.
Stop it. Now we being sick. See what I'm saying now?
No. What I'm saying is this. The reason why I say that.
I'm being realistic.
No. I want to be very clear. Let me comment on that, because I got to get off for a second. I mean, I'm gonna have to land my plane and go to bed. I gotta get up. I get up at 4 a.m. y'all. But okay. let me share this with y'all. The reason why I threw out there a cell phone is because that is all. That is all. Now we say this whole love thing and everything else that y'all may have some type of emotional feeling of a word that's just getting ready to come out for whoever. Not every kid has that. Man, I know some mean, bad kids at 6 and that are incarcerated now. Yeah, I'm telling you. No, but with a cell phone, Every kid. Not every kid flourishes from somebody patting them on the back and encouragement. Some kids don't even want to be touched. Some kids don't want to talk. Some kids don't like to make eye contact because they live in such a vulnerable area or a household where that's the last thing they want is to talk to another adult. So let's not play this mindset.
So wait a minute, stay right there.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please just stay right there?
Please.
So you said all of that, which is true.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I ask, what breathes inside of a child? So, and without going to the rigmarole, I get what you're saying when you're saying what you're saying, because it is true. We've made society grow up our children. But what really breathes inside of a child? I'm going to say parents. And I'm going to also say that if you are not being a true parent to your child, you can live in the streets with them. And I'll leave it there.
I love that. I'll take that.
I agree.
Hey, y'all have a blessed night and a good night. Shout out to LetCha Know Podcast, but I got to go to bed, y'all.
Have a good one.
All right, y'all be safe. Good night.
All right. Irv, Weezy, anybody got something to say?
Yeah, I just want to respond to that. I mean, a lot of because what Q said, she asked the question. I definitely just want to answer it. One thing we do need to do is, if we're talking about fixing the problem, is probably definitely try to reach out. Like, you can definitely try to take kids to more opportunities. But the real goal is to really just rebuild the community. If you're not going to do that, have people, alumni, invest into the schools, make sure they get libraries, make sure you're creating special programs for, like, if you're a barber, create a program for kids, even a free program, making sure if they can't get to your area, you go to their area. Try to reach them when they're younger. Really probably getting in contact with the parents, setting up with something with them, teaching what we do. We got to understand there's a lot of older people who don't know how to read either. So they're lacking education, so they don't know what to teach their kids. So they're not even raising kids. They're really just feeding them and letting them survive. So that we got to reach out to those parents, making sure they know how to read, teach them about financial literacy, smaller budgets, understanding smaller opportunities that you can reach into, transporting, even if that's even you renting out a passenger van, transporting people to summer camps so they can get opportunities to network and meet different people and just have a different point of view about the world. Those are the things we can do to solve the problem. But that takes effort. That takes a group of people. That takes a collective. That takes money. That takes a backing. That takes even joining your city council to even get government grants and improving these certain areas and all that. But if we're not doing that, we're not really solving anything. Those are the little things we actually got to take a part in.
That's good.
I agree.
But instead, we're on Facebook and social media scrolling. Parents, kids, everybody.
Over everything.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. So we do have certain communities that are connecting with certain things, but the issue is a lot of people don't want to connect. There's an issue with our community where we don't want to. Well, not a community. There's an issue where people don't want to trust people to make a bigger thing. But I think. I believe there will be some shine happening here, definitely from what we see, the younger 20-year-olds that are coming up. So I think it's going to just be patience, but each kid that you do see, we got to make sure we're touching and reach. That's the starting point. Every little kid, you got to make sure you're touching and reaching to inspire them, to understand their skill sets. That's a lot of things parents don't do, is understand their kids' skill sets to improve on that, to put them in the area for advantage wise. So
wake up, nigga.
All right. I'm about to move it to. I want y'all to react to this video right here.
An 18-year-old, 19-year-old accused of something like this, they're having to deal with the loss of their friend, and they're being found guilty in a court of public opinion and not able to leave the house. You got a crazy mob of angry black folks down on the coast. Would just love to find them at a gas station or anywhere else. These folks are fearing for their lives right now. And all they're guilty of right now is having a black friend. People, and I go back to what I said at the very top of this show. Situations like this are going to lead to parents having a tough, white parents having a tough conversation with their kids about who they hang out with for a whole different set of reasons.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop it right there. Yeah.
What the fuck? My bad. My bad.
No. I was about to pause it I was literally about to pause it right there, nigga. What? So
Wow,
so, yeah.
crazy.
What? I mean, some people don't know why you laughing. Some people don't get it. Explain why it's so crazy. Explain why you're outraged. Please explain to these motherfuckers.
Cause how you gonna tell someone to watch your friends are when you put your friends in that situation? That's fucking crazy. Like, yeah, you should. Yeah, maybe you should invite your friend who can't swim on a boat. I guess. What the fuck? I mean, like, that's crazy to even have this conversation. I want to know what podcast this is to really flame him, because this is a ridiculous take to even have on somebody when you put your own friend in that situation. You invited him. Like, yeah, that's crazy. That was crazy.
Who don't follow me? I heard you giggling. What's going on in your mind?
That was just weird as fuck. Like, how about having the conversation with your fucking children to just make sure that their friends are safe, no matter black, white, Asian, Korean, whatever. Like, what the fuck kind of conversation is that?
Yeah, take care of your friends, the people that you invite on boats and shit. Like, hey, Tommy, you shouldn't be rude to those friends because you did invite them. How about that conversation? What the fuck? Like,
on everything, yeah. I thought that was crazy. Let him finish. Let him finish. Check him out.
Than they should. You know, it's one thing to say parents having a tough conversation with their kids about who they hang out with for a whole different set of reasons than they should. You know, it's one thing to say you don't need to hang out with that kid because they're a bad influence or this or that. The last thing you want to do is have to have a conversation with them and say, hey, look, you know, I hate this. Nolan's a good kid. I don't have no problem with him. But man, if something was to happen to him while y'all are out on that boat, all these crazy people on the internet that don't know Nolan either, but because they share a complexion, they may decide in the court of woke that you're guilty of the worst crime in the world, not murder, but racism. And they're going to come after us. They're going to come after you. Everybody's lives are going to be ruined in a terrible domino.
I got a question.
And nobody wants that. Groups of people right now are seeing this, thinking to themselves, man.
What's up? What up, Cutter? What up, baby? What you think about this man is saying?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you. You good.
yeah, we can hear you. I don't think you can hear us.
Okay. Let him keep going. I thought he had something to say. Let him keep going.
Is it worth it? Is it worth it to have this friend? That sucks. Those words come out of my mouth this morning are terrible. It's the reality that these people are pushing towards. As a 48-year-old man, having the same conversation with my parents yesterday, and they brought up this man, your best friend growing up was black. That was never a conversation about him being black. So he lived at our house, you lived at his house. We disagree politically, but I still.
Yeah, he started talking about a whole bunch of somebody in his family grew up with a black girl, lived in a house, da. So
because people don't know how to control their kids when they're dickheads, man. And don't know how to teach kids. Like, you're inviting someone on a trip, it's your responsibility to make sure they're coming back safely. That is like every parent should be telling their kid that, like, hey, even like, we all understand you invite like someone say, hey mom, can my friends come over? Yeah, come over. You're not going to sit there and be like, oh, y'all need to find your own food for them. Nah, you're going to feed them. You're going to make sure they're okay. You're going to send them home safely, make sure they get home safely. So none of that come back on you. So that is on, like, that, to have that thought process and to not blame the parents for not teaching their kids common decency, camaraderie, what's another one?
Just positive things. Positive things.
Being a decent host to people that you invited on. Like, not doing that just shows that obviously those people, not just those kids, but the parents are just a piece of, like, they're not worth anything. That's really what it is, and they should be looked into. If you're raising kids like that, they definitely should.
And I always assumed that was common sense. Even being in college,
Yes.
you know, I don't know these people. I just met them. You know, my roommate became my best friend, but we never went anywhere without making sure each other are safe. Even at the club, oh, girl, you going to the bathroom? I'm going too. Make sure you good. Like I don't know. That was something that I don't feel like. I don't know. I just thought that just come with just being a human being. Like now you actually have to sit down and say this shit.
It sounds like, yeah, like you said, you know, most as Black people, everybody knows what we talk about when we talk about, you know, you got to have that talk with your child, you know, about what's going on in the world. So we know what that means, but he's having a whole nother the talk. The talk is like, hey, you might just want to stop even having Black friends because if you guys if something were to happen, you're going to get blamed for it simply because you got a Black friend. So it's best not to even have any Black friends. Is basically what he's saying.
Crazy.
Anybody, Q, you want to comment on that? What you saw on that video? What you think about what he's talking about?
I missed
Miss
it. I'm
Kirsten?
sorry. I missed
You
it.
missed it?
I
No,
had
you
to
good.
step in for a moment. I'm sorry. But
No, you good. You good. Look, I'll play it. It's not that long of a video. Check it out.
Okay, I'm sorry.
An 18-year-old, 19-year-old accused of something like this, they're having to deal with the loss of their friend, and they're being found guilty in a court of public opinion and not able to leave the house. You got a crazy mob of angry Black folks down on the coast. Would just love to find them at a gas station or anywhere else. These folks are fearing for their lives right now, and all they're guilty of right now is having a Black friend. People, and I go back to what I said at the very top of this show. Situations like this are going to lead to parents having a tough, white parents having a tough conversation with their kids about who they hang out with for a whole different set of reasons than they should. You know, it's one thing to say you don't need to hang out with that kid because they're a bad influence or this or that. The last thing you want to do is have to have a conversation with them and say, hey, look, you know, I hate this. Nolan's a good kid. I don't have no problem with him. But man, if something was to happen to him while y'all are out on that boat, all these crazy people on the internet that don't know Nolan either, but because they share a complexion, they may decide in the court of woke that you're guilty of the worst crime in the world, not murder, but racism. And they're going to come after us. They're going to come after you. Everybody's lives are going to be ruined in a terrible domino effect. And nobody wants that.
I'm going to respectfully laugh, and I'm also going to say no comment, man. I'm just
I swear to God. Yo, okay, if you saw me laughing again, I laughed again because he really went, when he said parents talk to their kids, he really switched it up and said, really white parents? Like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Like, their kids was on the boat safe. Like, what are we talking about?
Let me play devil's advocate real quick, and then I want the ladies to respond to this too. It's almost like back in the day. I don't know if this talk still happens, but there used to be a talk where it's like, don't date no white girls. You date them white girls, you're gonna get in some trouble. Them white girls is trouble. You're gonna get in trouble. You date them white girls. Am I lying, her?
I've heard that.
I've heard that, but not too often. But I have heard that. Yes.
So to me, it's like that thing. But you can do what you want, but just let you know, if in public opinion, if she calls grape on you, the public opinion is going to assume that you did because of everything that's been going on in past history. So you know what I mean, because that's the way America looks. That's basically what he's saying, but vice versa. So I mean, if that's how you want to live, that's how you want to rock. I mean, it can't be.
Nah, that's crazy still though. That whole thing is crazy though. What he's
So how true is that though? Let's have a real conversation.
How true is that? How true is what?
So I know what we've been taught and what we've heard and things like that. I know what they have heard and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes down to it, there are some Caucasian women that will take you for everything you have. And y'all are just dumbfounded by it. And then there are some African American women that will take you for the same thing. And you're dumbfounded by it. So I just believe that your judgment of who you choose is incorrect. I'll leave it.
Okay. I'm not going to argue that because that's another conversation as far as judgment.
It is.
Yeah.
But I just think it's kind of his argument. I mean, again, if that's the way you want to live, that's the way you want to live. But it is kind of a wild answer at this point. But gotta respect it, man. Gotta respect it. So, it's past 11 o'clock, so the kids should be asleep real quick. I want a question. I got a question for the grown up women, right? This is a serious question. I was having an hour-long conversation. I'm gonna get to the fella first after you, but I think I know your answer because that's why I want to go to you last, because men are men, right? Is it disrespectful, right? You let a man come over, and I don't want y'all, let me finish because I don't want y'all acting like I ain't never did it before. Don't even lie to me, right? You let a man come over while your kids is home. Yeah, end up smashing, right? Well, that's cool, whatever. But is it disrespectful if he smashed you like smash you, like give it all he got, smacking you on the rear, all that? Is that disrespectful or is that all fair game, ladies? You would go first. As a matter of fact, who don't follow me, you go first. You got some buzz in you. You've been sipping. Is that fair game or is that mad disrespectful for him to give it to you like that? Oh, word.
What happened?
Oh, word. Oh, yeah.
That's a good ass question.
Okay. Kirsten, Q, whoever got the courage to answer this question first, please. I need a lady's opinion.
Oh, I don't have. That doesn't go down, so I really can't speak on it.
So it's never. I'm not saying now, but if it's in the past, has it ever happened in your past?
No.
Okay. So hypothetically speaking, would it be disrespectful?
Yes.
And why do you say that?
Well, are the kids awake?
I mean, I don't know. They in the next room. Me and you in this room. I don't know what they in there
Yeah.
doing.
I hope they sleep.
Yeah, but are they awake now because they can hear things? I mean, no.
they could be sleeping, could be woken up. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, is it cool for me to give you what I got, or
Nope.
if you give it to me while the kids is home, I gotta be, I gotta take it nice and slow and all that.
Are we married?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sure. We're married. Sure, we can be married. If we're married and we know the kids' room is right next door, is it cool for me to give it to you, knowing that they right there? And
I would say I would be uncomfortable, and I want to do that now.
Is it disrespectful? Is all I'm asking.
Oh, disrespectful? I don't think it's necessarily disrespectful.
So if I'm doing that, I'm not disrespecting you, and I'm not disrespecting the kids.
You can't be disrespecting her if she's saying she alone in her own house. I mean,
that's what I'm trying to find out. Is this act okay, or is this disrespectful? Because I'm trying to give you all I got because I want you to be happy, but at the same time, yeah, the kids might hear it and they don't want to hear me smacking mommy on the ass. They probably don't want to hear that.
Gosh. I'm trying to turn down the volume so my son doesn't. I'm turning it down. And I'm back to them.
Who
Somebody
don't follow
else
me?
can answer.
317. Who don't follow me? 317. Where are you? Look, hold on.
Is no one answering? Should I jump in? I mean, I
Go
really don't
ahead,
have an
go
answer.
ahead.
Listen, because that's a question I want to know. Listen, I'm be 100%. This is what. hey, for real. I don't. Me personally. Yeah, I don't even know. Like I don't know. So I definitely would probably. I don't know if that's disrespectful, but I know one thing. Not saying I haven't done it before, which I have, but I don't do that no more for those reasons. You know.
No, and that's why I knew, because again, I was on the phone with my brothers for like 2 hours going back and forth about this, right? And I was like, man, at this point, I think I know what a man's going to say, because yeah, why would I care? Them ain't my kids. Why the hell would I care? Right?
No, listen, you're not.
That's the disrespectful part right there.
Listen, if she don't care, then I'm going. But that's why I don't date.
So let me ask you this then, Herb. So is it her responsibility to be like, yo, chill? Like she's supposed to like stop and be like, yo, chill.
Listen. One thing for me personally, the way I take it, I take on women's responses of how how they move. If you're allowing me to come, if you're saying, hey, nah, you can't come to my house, I got kids there and all that, I'm gonna respect that. I feel that. You don't want no, yeah. But if you're saying I can come over, I'm gonna be like, all right, I guess. I like, listen, I don't do that no more. I'm in my 30s,
I know.
I'm just saying, back in the day, when I was in my 20s, I'm going, and I ain't doing nothing like, you better put the face in the pillow. Just, you shouldn't invite me over. We should have went back to my place. Like, should have got a babysitter or something. Like, cause I'm not about to. Yeah.
Cause that's what I'm saying. Like, as a man, I'm thinking like, yo, if you give it all you got, or if you don't give it all you got, she might be like, yo, this nigga ain't even hitting it right.
So my question is, who's the disrespect on then? Like, are you talking about?
I feel like the woman's
of the man.
I feel like the man is disrespecting the woman for one, because he knows her kids is right there. He knows that they can be. You don't have to do this. You don't have to be smacking her all on the ass like this. You don't have to do this, right? So you're doing something that could possibly traumatize the child.
You know what? This is disrespectful. Now that I think about it, this is disrespectful as hell. Like, the more I think about it, this is actually kind of crazy. Listen, because I'm thinking about it even from my own experience. Like, yeah, a wild boy for doing some of the things. Like,
I know what man gonna say. We all did it. Hey, man, if we were given the opportunity, we all did it.
If any dude says it's not disrespectful because the girl let him in, it's just because he don't have no real morals or standards. But like, yeah, bro. But I
have a question.
Like, it really is. It really is.
I have a question. So what if? Oh, it's kind of hard to say this, but so what if it is you're in the moment and the woman really doesn't want it out there like that. The man really doesn't either. So what do you call that? Do you think that would still be disrespectful?
What do you mean don't want it out there? Like, what do you mean?
Meaning when you're into the sexual encounter.
Oh, like keeping it quiet?
Yes, because there are some things. That's why I said I want to know, because there's some things that you can just be like, I'm gonna put my hand over my mouth, but my kids cannot hear me doing anything.
Hold on, let me clear this up then, because I'm on camera and everything saying this.
Okay.
I've never woken up kids doing none of that. It's always been hand over the mouth, face and pillow. I've never seen a kid walk in or anything like that. So, like keeping. Well, chill out. Hey, for real. Well, not that I know of. Not that I know of. I mean,
because look, we gotta think about.
That's why I'm asking. Where does the disrespect come in then?
I don't know. It's not the act of the smecks that's making this. Like you said, it's the type of smecks that you're having that can wake up these kids, as well as this is their mother that you're doing this to. You know what I mean? Like,
no, you're right, 00. But like, if she's yelling out, and she knows she got kids there. Like, look, there's been a couple times I've been invited over, and I didn't know she had kids, and then she told me later when I left. I was like, oh, okay. But you yelling like that. Come on now, you know you.
Let's do this.
Okay, but what if she wasn't yelling though?
No, not him yelling. I'm talking about the woman yelling.
Listen. Okay. Take away all the yells. Mm-hmm. Some stuff sounds like macaroni and cheese. On top of, on top of me smacking you on the ass, that I don't have to be doing it. I don't have to be smacking you on the ass like this. I can take it slow.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? You do though.
Wait, listen.
But you do though. Hold on, because I don't normally. Can I say this? Because I don't normally speak on this.
Go ahead.
I really don't. I always kind of go left, meaning I don't answer anything. But what I'm saying is, to have a real sexual encounter and it be really sexual, and I don't want to write a novel on it because I already have one, so I don't want to do that. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to the sexual encounter, it all depends, to me, this is just my opinion, on the respect that you have for the other person. Now, my kids can be in the other room. I could not want my kids to hear me or anything like that. And normally, that is my life. I do not want my kids to hear me. However, I still know how to have the encounter and put my hand over my mouth or whatever I got to do.
And
So they would not hear me.
But listen,
that's what I'm asking. Where does the disrespect come from? That's what I'm asking y'all.
The disrespect is coming from me doing unnecessary things. Like, again, we can have
What would be unnecessary though?
Hitting it as hard as I can. Smacking you on the ass and talking loud. I mean, whatever it is.
All the clapping sounds.
Yeah, all that noise.
Okay, so if the kids heard that, it would have to be through a wall that could not take what we were doing.
But that's where most people.
I mean, she's a single mother. What am I mean?
Some people don't got decent or good jobs to put them in double barrier.
Stop
walls.
playing. Y'all are being silly tonight, man.
No, I'm dead ass, dog. Because
listen, Double, this is the question I got for you then. This is the question I got for you though.
Go ahead.
All right, say you are giving respectful smashes, but what if she says, "Slap my ass"? Then
it's cool.
Then you got to. So then
no problem.
No, but then that's a disrespect on her part then. Cause like you trying to be respectful, but then she's like, I don't care. I need you to keep going. You ain't like it's good, but it ain't as good as I know you can go because you're going soft right now.
Right.
Can I say this? That's normally how that works. Is the woman saying that's normally how that works. So I'm just why I said, why would it be a disrespect?
So the men, there is no
disrespect. The kids are right there. You know that.
Wait.
Double O, stop! You're not living in reality, Double O, because you're not being truthful. Because you keep saying that the kids are right there, but what he just said is that what if the woman was like gone this last it is no more disrespect that you do it because she has asked and she knows that they're on the other side of the wall. So what?
Hey,
see, this is why I don't like dealing with you.
Wait, but there's another thing though. But Double O is right still because you be like this. You be like, wait, don't you think your kids can hear? And she be like, don't worry about them.
Then we're good.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So how does it, if she doesn't take it as disrespect, how do you?
No,
that's my whole point.
Because a lot of men understand, like, you honestly. Okay. Some men, now I'm gonna say a lot. Some men understand that you should not be like, especially if you don't know if the walls are thin or if they're loud. If you don't know and you just going all out and your kids is in the next room, it's different if your kids are down the hall and they got doors closed and doors closed. But if your kids are in the next room because you live in a 2-bedroom apartment. And you're like, nah, go harder, go faster, smack my ass. And you're being loud, like, yeah, you cover your mouth still, but you're still being loud. That is, and listen, it's not the men being disrespectful unless he's all out doing it. And she'll say, this is the thing though, she'll say, hey, I got kids, like, calm down a little bit.
Right.
You know, but if she's not saying any of that, the disrespect is from her to her kids.
Right, but the disrespect on the man's part goes out the window.
Well, listen, but Double is right. Double is right. As a man, you are still being disrespectful because you know you wouldn't be doing that with your kids in the house. If you know about your house.
I get that, but when you get encouragement from a woman that you are
I agree.
That is different. That really what it does is it takes the responsibility off the man and puts it on the woman. And you just have to be honest about that. If I'm doing something and I'm having a sexual encounter, Lord forbid, and I don't stop him or I know because sometimes men don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I know as a mother, as a woman, that my kids are next door and I don't stop you. That lets off the responsibility of the man. The accountability has to go on the woman. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry.
I agree.
And I agree that, and now I think both of y'all being disrespectful to the kids, personally. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel, man.
But yeah, it's true. It will be disrespectful to them if they heard it. Yeah, you're right. I really
Kirsten, you don't want to comment on any of this, Kirsten.
What? Well, my 19-year-old's gonna go inside and no, I won't. No,
Okay.
he would do something.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
he would not
Well.
allow that at all.
Which is understandable. I respect any woman that says, "Nah, we can't go to my house." I respect that 100%.
Yeah.
I respect that so much. Like it to me, it seems like depending on our relationship wise. Like obviously, if we've been, it's different from I know you for 2 months, and different from we've been talking for and everything for 8 months. That's a whole different thing. So like, but if you're like, nah, not really, not right now, just in case my kids do happen to wake up and walk around or something like that. Not because you're doing anything, but I just don't want them to see you because I don't want you to see I don't want them to see you thinking you're coming in. I get that point 100%. I do.
You can never come to my crib.
Hold on. And
Never.
I'm speaking for Irv. And I'm speaking for me and Irv. So if we at your crib, if you invite me at your crib and your kids are there, and you happen to give me some, is it okay for a man to assume that he's okay to give it his all? Or should he assume first to take it easy until he gets the permission?
I'm gonna go ahead and answer that for you, Double O. I'm giving it 100% all the time. Why are we going light for? What are we talking about? The only time like, what the hell? What are we talking about?
We're trying to be respectful.
You're always supposed to give your best.
If you're doing that, then you're giving about pity sex. That's what you're doing.
Petty sex.
I've done it once or twice myself. Like, but yes, I don't.
You just can't respect the fact that their 14-year-old is right there.
Oh,
or
bro,
15.
Come on, Double.
Yeah, no little kids. No.
No. I'm saying, come on, listen, Double. You older than me, and you know you can still. Stop playing.
Yeah,
you don't gotta make a lot of. You don't gotta make a lot of noise to make a lot of action happen. You don't gotta make a lot of noise to make a lot of action happen. Come on, bro. Let's stop playing. We all know that. So that's why I said. That's why I said I agree with you.
I know you agree. I know.
Yeah, wrap it up now. Wrap it up.
I already knew your answer. That's what I wanted the lady's opinion. You see who don't follow me. You see she ran out of here quick as hell. Quick as hell. Ooh, I'm gonna get her though. But nah, that's the only question I had. That's only two things I really wanted to talk about. That because the other one went so long. I had some other stuff, but we'll get to that later. It's about America's birthday. Well, that ain't that important. But fuck it. Y'all got some time, or y'all gotta go? What y'all want to do?
I got time for me.
Yeah, I got some time. I don't feel like the topic will be that long, anyways. But
okay, so it's basically happy 250th birthday to America and all that shit because we are America. So I want to say shout out to all that. But right now I've been feeling like America's classless right now. I want to just on some rant shit. I feel like, man, we don't got no class, no goddamn more as a whole. And this might sound crazy, but I saw Future performing at the soccer thing. I'm like, what the fuck is Future doing here? Right? I was like, right? I remember we had Snoop Dogg running with the torch at the Olympics not too long ago. Like, the Crip gangbanger pimp, weed smoking murder charge Snoop Dogg. Like I just feel like nobody like pop culture is like number one in America. Like pop culture runs America, and there's like no class anymore. We just do whatever is popular and sounds good. That's going to sell some tickets and shit or whatever.
Wait, are you saying? Hold on, I'm kind of confused. Are you saying America ain't got no class? You saying black people ain't got no class? Because you heard black people names.
Well, at this point, this is just what I've watched. This is on my algorithm. I don't really have much white stuff on my algorithm, so maybe that's what's going on. But I mean, there are white people that are approving it. It ain't like niggas is approving it.
Hold on, but what you mean? Like you talking about like you saying Snoop Dogg don't deserve to be in that type of area because of his history? Is that what you're saying? Like he shouldn't be at the top? If you're saying that, I kind of agree. I kind of see what you're saying. But
we went from Muhammad Ali to Snoop Dogg.
Nah, okay. So I mean, I agree with that. Like they did bring out AE to bring Anthony Edwards to bring out the match ball for for the Seattle game with United States playing Belgium. He did bring out that ball. Drake was performing for some of the stadiums in Toronto. There was some other people were performing. They had this planned up a long time ago. But I mean, I could see what you mean, classless though. There's not a like. So back in the day, there used to be a lot of It. I mean, y'all should know about the etiquette classes. They used to do a lot of those back in the day.
Correct.
Even with the what's the one where they brought all the women together to teach them how to be and they wore dresses all the time, and some of the etiquette classes, it was called something else.
It was a
a
TV
black
show.
community. It was a black community that was doing it.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot what
Yeah,
it's called.
yeah. Like I definitely understand. Like, and not that many people wear suits. Only certain cities you can go and see people walking around in blazers and stuff. I would say there is a disproportion in classism, especially even the rich people aren't wearing certain things. They walking around in t-shirts and sandals and flip-flops and stuff. I definitely see your point of view, but I think it's just, I believe people see it in different settings. Sports events, I don't think like a big class thing. It's a huge coliseum type of deal.
NBA coaches
gladiators
used to
type
wear
of deal.
suits. NBA coaches used to wear suits, and now they
Now,
don't even
now,
wanna.
now, I do like there is a certain point of fashion, but I do believe you are right because some people do go overboard. Even with the everyday people, we walk around. You see people in pajamas in Walmart, bonnets, do rags,
Yes, yes.
like holes
You're
in
right
their
on.
pants, just walking around looking kind of crazy, like. And I get that. That's why a lot of times, even myself, I feel out of place a lot of times where I go because most of my closets is straight up button ups, long sleeves. I only got a short sleeves. Like that's just something I grew up on. But that is something happening in America. You don't see people unless it's a certain event that says formal dress, but people just don't want to go out and dress as their best. I even tell my nephews like you should always dress just in case you meet someone for an opportunity. You should always dress. You never know who you're gonna meet outside.
Yeah.
That's how I approach things. But I agree with you with the classless.
And we got disagree, ladies, or agree, or don't care.
I agree.
Like honestly, yeah. Look, like the ladies got classy pictures up there. You know what I'm saying? Double O, you slacking right now. I'm gonna be 100%, but you good. You the host anyways.
My bad.
But yeah.
My bad. Nah, man. The scamming ass US is what I want to call it, because I feel like not only is that song like the hottest shit in the world, right? With scamming ass US, but everybody's doing this. This shit is like out of control. I've seen like at least 5 articles on top of just what's going on in sports. Niggas is trying to scale up on the retired players is making scams. The gambling motherfuckers is getting caught, from coaches to players. I seen this story about an ex-college basketball player named Kurt Krisa, accused of a $2.2 million fraud scam, posing as a fake person named Irene.
What?
But this is the thing though. This been going on, to be 100%. Because remember, if you talk about basketball, that happened with the ref. When the ref was calling the games for certain reasons, but like a lot of people have suspicion about the FIFA thing that happened recently. But even when you're thinking about just all the pyramid schemes and everything that's been happening, scammers, the top dogs around here, they love a dude that can scam, but America. That's part of the classlessness that we're falling into, and a lot of scams we're actually reaching to. The biggest scam we're getting into is this whole the wealth being taken from the middle class and moving up to the upper class. There's so many little opportunities to be in the middle class, which there really isn't a middle class. Because if you call yourself you're in the middle class, you damn near in you're still low-key struggling unless you're making 6 figures, unless you're smart with your money. You know what I'm saying? There's certain people who are still tied up in a lot of things, but if you're making a certain amount of money, you're still struggling out here, especially if you got kids, because it's just hard. And I think big businesses understand that, because I'm be 100%. You don't need $20 billion to live. You don't. You can split some of that up. You don't need all that. You know, as you see, a lot of companies are buying up certain things. A lot of people think, oh, these companies aren't different, but what we're understanding is this is a real game of monopoly we're living in right now, where a lot of companies own one companies, but they're just called by different names.
Yeah.
So yeah, this America is scamming heavily.
It's just like, is it because we all messed up? Is that what it is? We
No, we didn't mess up. No, we didn't mess up.
No, I mean, are we messed up financially right now?
I was gonna say the people before us, the generation before us, literally sold us out and gave them all this opportunity. They sold us out, and that's what happened.
Okay. Care about that, because again, I just noticed it's like everywhere. Scamming is crazy. Again, the song on top of that, everybody loving that. Which I'm a firm believer. You put kids on the chorus, it's probably gonna be a hit anyway. Whatever that little kitty ass voice is, it usually works.
Because some of these AI stuff, like you see a Temu ad, it might not even be Temu you clicking on. You might not even get what the product you actually looking for on Whatnot, Temu, all these different platforms that's popping up. That's why, you gotta be careful what you're looking on.
Oh, what's my guy? My guy Mac Ma, what's good, baby?
What the word?
Hey man, we over here talking and I'm having some fun, man. I'm glad you called up because we was about. Let me ask you this, man, because is it disrespectful, right? Check this out. Is it disrespectful if a chick invites you over to her crib, right? And you know the kids is there, and you hit that shit like, you know what I mean, with all your might, you're smacking her on that, you making mad noise that you don't have to do. Is that disrespectful, or is that just shit? She let me come over, she let me get the pussy, I'm giving it all I got. Or do you know what I mean, you give it to her slow until she give you the permission to start hitting that hard?
Damn. It depends on if you're off the drugs. If you're off the drugs, you might not get no fuck. But if you sober, yeah, you might want to have a little respect for the kids. You know what I'm saying? I can't see myself making all that noise in the kids there. I wouldn't do that unless I'm high as shit.
So you think it's disrespectful? Because regardless if you're high, it's still disrespectful. You won't think you would do it, but it's disrespectful.
Yeah, it's disrespectful, but I probably wouldn't care if I'm high as shit.
And that's the most men were like, that ain't your kids, right?
I probably wouldn't do it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, see, I told you.
I ain't gonna do it, bro.
Every dude knows, man, they can't do it. Like, but if the girl says, hey, but what if the girl says, nah, come on, go faster, go harder.
It's cool.
Yeah, man, I probably couldn't do it. And now, if she asked me, now, if you don't care, bitch, I don't care.
See, yep, like I said.
I'm gonna just keep it 100. If you don't care, I don't care. But I couldn't do it because I got kids. I'm a father, so I look at certain shit like, man, bitch, be quiet. Damn, the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that shit. That shit disrespectful. But I ain't gonna lie though.
Yeah, be truthful.
Bro, I swear to God, bro, on Jesus sandals, bro, I got so many motherfucking life experiences. It's crazy, right? So one time I went over this chick crib, right? It had to be like 1 a.m. I'm bogus as hell, bro.
Keep it
100.
I'm bogus as hell, bro.
It's just us.
Hey, look, right? So
it's just us.
So look, right? I'm sitting on the couch, right? And she between me, she knocking me down, right? And I got my head back on the couch. I'm drunk as hell. I look up. Her motherfucking son had woke up. And he was standing there watching her. I didn't even say nothing, bro.
On the couch.
I closed my eyes and let her finish, man.
Just a cheater. Just a cheater.
I'm bogus as hell.
I mean, he already saw.
No, he was sitting there
but that
watching.
didn't keep going though. Like,
bro, when I looked up and I hold my head up, he was sitting there. He had his finger. I never forget this shit. He had his finger in his mouth like this, sitting there watching me. And I didn't want her to stop. This shit was feeling so good, so I put my head back on the couch and act like I ain't even see him. Oh, it was bogus, man. But I was popping pills then. That's why I said, if you off the drugs, you know, I was popping pills then, so I wasn't in the right mind. I ain't getting no fuck off them pills, bro.
Hey, most niggas I spoke to and asked this don't give a fuck if they were sober or not. They said they all getting at 100% because he said if they letting her in there, he's giving it 100 until told otherwise. That's what 90% of the men I've asked said.
No, I see it both ways. I can dig what you're saying, but me personally, if I'm in the right mind, I don't think I could do it. Well, I ain't gonna say think. I know I wouldn't.
Man. So and Q was asking who was it being disrespectful to, and I said I think you're being disrespectful to the kids, and you're being disrespectful to her technically because you know her kids is right there. You ain't gotta be smacking her all in the ass like that, nigga. You ain't gotta. Come on, Dan.
No, but that's not. But hold on, wait a minute. Let me explain. That's not why I was saying that. What I was saying is, what if you have a woman that understands that she knows that they're next door? It's not something that she wants to do. See, I think it's a certain play in a sexual engagement. And so sometimes things are unplanned. So when it comes to that, like we can actually have a novel, we can write a story, we can do it this way, do it that way. But if I do know that my kids are next door, no, I don't want them to hear me. What I'll do is put my hand over my mouth, and I promise you, I won't make a sound.
But I'm still smacking you on the ass.
Hold on, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. But I still want the engagement that I want, and I promise you, it's no disrespect even to my children. That's the whole point of me saying that I'm going to not engage in being loud and obnoxious. At the moment, I just believe it's a classy way of doing all things, and that's just me.
Hey, if a woman do all this shit in front of her kids, she's a trashy, classless ass.
Wait a minute. How do you? Well, wait a minute. I have to ask the question. Wait a minute. I have to ask the question. That why do you think a woman would be trashy if her kids never heard her?
No, I'm saying if they do.
So what I said was there is a way to restrain yourself from being loud because you know that it is what it is. And so I just believe there's a classy way of doing all things. That's what I said, but I get what you're saying.
Basically, the real thing is just no back shots when the kids are at home. That's it.
I was about to ask you.
Man, that shit don't even be that good. Them hoes be faking, man.
You can
Bitch,
even
you ain't
do
even
that.
holler doing surgery, but all of a sudden the dick making you holler. Get the fuck out of here.
You can even do.
Y'all
that
be trying to make us
classy.
feel good. That's all that shit is.
Hey, I'm gonna use that. I ain't heard that one.
No, wait a minute.
You can get some quiet dick, okay?
That.
It ain't that important. You can get some quiet dick, okay?
Y'all have to explain that though.
What?
When it comes to back shots, because some women can take it and some women cannot.
It's the recoil.
Right.
Even if they can't take it, they can refrain from making all that damn noise.
No. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about your thighs and her ass.
Let her talk. Yeah.
That's exactly what it's gonna do.
There's that macaroni. And then if I'm smacking you on the ass on top of that, I'm making unnecessary noise, and I know the kids is right there.
Yeah, but it sounds the same. Okay, so wait a minute. Does it not sound the same when you're doing missionary? I'm confused because I've had a different experience. So I
guess I could smack you.
Wait a minute. Maybe I just need to come off of here because I don't normally talk about this. So I'll see y'all next week.
Wait, if you're leaving, then I'm leaving.
Okay. Well, let's leave together. What we doing?